Listen carefully as you read along. This story will help you practice your listening and reading skills in English.
The Lost Echo in the Hills. The true story behind El Niño Perdido. Mexican music has a special kind of magic, doesn't it? It takes you somewhere else. It makes you feel things. It tells you stories. But there's one melody, a true classic, that carries a deep emotion, a pain that turns into hope. El Niño Perdido, the lost child. Behind this song that sounds like a musical game of echoes, there's a real story, one that might make you cry. Let's go back in time to Agua Caliente de Garate, a quiet little town in Concordia, Sinaloa. Parties are the soul of this place, especially weddings, moments full of love, music, and joy. During these events, the banda musicians were everything. They traveled from Concordia along the old road to Mesillas, sometimes in a dusty wagon, sometimes in an old truck. They came full of promises, music, dancing, celebration. There was a special tradition. When the musicians passed a small hill called La Loma de los Novios, the hill of the lovers, they played their instruments loudly. It was their way of saying, "We're here. The party is about to begin." One day, a musician brought his little son with him, a curious child, always looking around. Everything was new for him, the noise, the colors, the energy. While the father played with passion and focus, the boy slowly walked away, chasing something, maybe a bird or sound. Time passed with music and laughter, but during a short break, the father looked around and felt a sharp fear. His son was gone. At first he thought the boy was nearby, playing, but minutes passed, and still no sign. Panic began to grow. The music stopped. The party turned into silence. The boy was lost. The whole town joined the search. Neighbors brought candles. Some brought flashlights. Everyone helped. "I saw him eating at Chuy del Cande's house," one person said. "No, I saw him playing near Doña Maria's tree," said another. Each clue gave hope and more confusion. Night came, and with it, the biggest fear. What if the boy had walked back toward the road the band used to arrive? Then Chuy del Conde, a wise and respected man, had an idea no one forgot. "Let the banda go up the hill," he said. "Let them play from up there. Maybe the boy will hear the music and follow it back." The musicians didn't hesitate. They climbed the hill, but this time their instruments didn't play joyful songs. They played slowly, full of sadness. The trumpets, the tuba, the clarinets, they were not celebrating. They were calling. Each note was like a cry, a prayer. And then, when everything felt lost, a small sound broke the silence. A child appeared. He was shaking, dirty, with leaves in his clothes and tears on his cheeks. He was scared, but alive, lost, but found, thanks to the music. The joy that followed was unforgettable. People clapped, cried, hugged. The music started again, this time with more feeling than ever. It was no longer a party. It was a miracle. That night stayed in the heart of Wenceslao Moreno, a musician from Concordia who turned emotions into music. Inspired by that real moment, he created a song that would live forever, El Niño Perdido. In this melody, the high trumpet represents the child crying out. The lower trumpet answers like a father searching. The back and forth of sounds becomes a story, a lost child and a parent reunited through music. El Niño Perdido is not just a song, it's part of Sinaloa's soul. In Agua Caliente de Garate, the story became living memory. Today, there's even a street called El Niño Perdido, and a colorful mural tells the story to visitors. It reminds us that sometimes what saves us is not a scream, but a melody. Did you know this story? Next time you hear El Niño Perdido, close your eyes. Listen to the fear, the hope, the miracle. Because this is more than a song. It's the sound of love calling someone home.
Important note: we do not own the rights to the song El Niño Perdido. This video does not include the original melody out of respect for its creators. We encourage you to look it up and listen to it on your own. It's a deeply moving piece that brings this story to life. Its beauty and emotion speak for themselves. Subscribe to Fluente Curiosity. Don't forget to hit the bell for notifications, like the video if you found it helpful, and share it with someone curious.